Good Sunday evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Tom Shattuck and Alice Shattuck Show.
Just what the world wants, more Tom and Alice Shattuck.
I hope you had a good weekend, gang.
They haven't had a chance to miss us because we recorded a food show yesterday and we did extra content Friday for our Patreon group. So, I mean, like
You've been
overexposed to the Shattocks. You haven't missed a day.
Read the food show, Alice. Is that the one we talked about Casablanca on?
Yes, I think. Is that right? I don't know what day what happened anymore.
I was told by somebody on Twitter that I need to suggest you watch Blue Moon. That's the thing with Ethan Hawke as the gay guy who writes music. Suggest you watch Blue Moon and hear what the protagonist has to say about the meaning of Casablanca. So I tried to find that and I couldn't find. I saw one reference on YouTube, but I can't find a chunk of the movie that has that in there. So if anybody has it, let me know. But if you missed it, essentially, the meaning of Casablanca is that women have no honor. That is the meaning. Correct. Now, Alice. Mm-hmm. Guys, I promised on my own thing that we'd have some merchandise for that shows, specially licensed merchandise that shows Punch, the beloved monkey, in a Team USA hockey jersey. And I spent a long time designing this and then picking all the thing. And I'm under a review from the shirt company that does it. And that's what I get. That's what I get for being honest in the description and using... Because they wouldn't have known. They wouldn't have known.
They might have known.
No. So I'm getting screwed. I get punished because the shirt Gestapo feels that I don't have a right to use. Mm-hmm. But it's not... they don't make monkey jerseys. So just give me my damn thing. And then once they do, please buy them in earnest. I can't move my monkey product is not moving yet.
I'm sorry about that.
Punch the monkey product is not moving.
You remember when Corona reported the little Jerry Callahan shirts?
Yeah, can you imagine that? Oh, that's a low moment. Okay, ready? Okay, so we're going to start somewhere where we've never started before.
Because he was trying to make the pug happen?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. What was the pug's name? Jerry's pug's name? It was his daughter's pug's name who had been shot. The pug.
All I can think of is Pig the Pug, which is the book protagonist.
Yeah, it wasn't. No, his pug, Chug the Pug or something.
Okay, yeah.
And that's right. And so, he ratted us out for little Jerry Callahan. Now, I do want to say this, we have never talked about hockey before in this podcast. Alice and I don't care anything about hockey. We watched the Bruins when we were kind of a new couple in the Stanley Cup. We watched them lose the Stanley Cup back in...
No, win the Stanley
Cup. Did they win?
Cup. Yeah, in 2011
Remember we got in a bad fight near a pool for some reason. I don't know what that is. I assume you were at fault.
Of course. Yes, 2011, the Bruins won the Stanley Cup. I was just starting a job where we sold licensed Boston sports merch, so I remember specifically what it was.
But we're not a hockey people. This morning on the chat, I was watching Tommy and Steve and Tim and Canton go back and forth. Maybe they and then there was more Olympic stuff happening this morning. So I'm like, for the hell of it, why don't we? This is the big one. For the hell of it, we should tune into this thing. I mean, we're the most disgraceful hockey fan. We don't deserve.
Well, and you're specifically anti-Olympics. The kids have asked, how come everybody else we know is watching the Olympics? Yeah. And Tom's like, no, we're not an Olympics fan. We just don't have it on. It's it's not happening at our house. Right. Everybody else in America, we saw that ad the other night where it's, Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg and Lakers people and Celtics people, and it's every 4 years we all are on Team USA, everybody in America coming together. It's everybody except Tom Shattuck. He's the person, the one Olympics holder. He does not care about Team USA, is not interested in any of this stuff. And
was not.
Okay.
I am a changed man. To me, Alice, today, this men's hockey team, when we watched this thing, I expected them to lose, and I expected whatever, but and we watched the overtime, and it wasn't even the win. The win was great because, oh, look at it. We won in overtime. We won. But then we were, and I know you guys were too, if you saw this, if you were watching this broadcast live, we were absolutely repeatedly beaten down with waves of emotional, just like heart laser voltage. It was like, holy hell. First of all, here, let's just play the win. And then we'll get into a little bit of it. So here's the play-by-play of the win.
The United States with numbers. Back across it comes. Jack Hughes wins it. The golden goal for the United States. For the first time since the 1980 miracle, the United States takes the gold.
Yeah, I'd be careful playing too much of this, too, because NBC's been very aggressive with takedown notices.
I'm sure. And so, obviously, like, you see these guys jumping around, and it's like, it's emotional because it's just like, you know, the joy, the, like, overall, like, joy. I don't think they were expected to in this game, but the explosion of joy is just so great to see. But it really just started there because neither of us were prepared for anything else. So then, at some point, the guy Hughes, what's his name? Hughes? Is it Steve?
Is it Jack?
Jack Hughes.
Maybe? I don't know.
Jack Hughes.
The really great sports fans at the Shattuck household are fully prepared to cover this.
There's
Jack
most of these
Hughes.
videos have been removed from copyright.
That's what I'm saying to you. Everything. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't even play too much on our show because NBC makes everybody take everything down. If you want, I would look for NBC's actual Twitter where they're covering
Let me see if I can find this guy.
But that's
okay. So here he is speaking with Catherine Tappan, I think, from NBC. The White House retweeted this.
This is all about our country right now. I love the USA. I love my teammates. It's unbelievable. The USA Hockey Brotherhood is so strong, and we have so much support from ex-players. I'm so proud to be American today.
This was
so proud.
Such an incredible game.
My audio is not working. So do you have? I'm gonna have to take out your audio.
Well, okay. Yeah, I can take. You can take my audio.
It choked in the middle of this.
Okay,
hold on. Let me see where it choked. Hold on. Okay.
Do you want to just take my audio?
We're USA. We're so proud to be Americans. Tonight was all for the country.
Hold on.
What does this gold medal mean to USA Hockey?
It's everything. Like I said, the USA Hockey Brotherhood
I would look for
means
NBC's
so much. Look at these guys.
Okay.
We're such a team.
Okay.
We've been together for 2 weeks.
Okay, now watch this.
Such a team.
I'm going to start recording right now, and nobody's going to know a thing.
Okay.
And we're so proud to win for our country. This is all about our country right now. I love the USA. I love my teammates. It's unbelievable. The USA Hockey Brotherhood is so strong, and we have so much support from ex-players. I'm so proud to be American today.
This was
so proud.
This was such an incredible game to grind out. I mean, you're bleeding right through it just looking at you right now. Can you just talk about how difficult...
He lost his teeth
during the game.
In the game. I mean, this dude is bloody in absolute euphoria, shouting out his country.
This gold medal was to win.
Unbelievable game by Hellebuck. He was our best player tonight by a mile. Unbelievable game. Unreal game by our team. That's just a ballsy, gutsy win. That's American hockey right there. That's a great Canadian team, but we're USA. We're so proud to be Americans. Tonight was all for the country.
What does this gold medal mean to USA Hockey?
It's everything. Like I said, the USA
It's
Hockey
repeating.
Brotherhood.
I know. I'm sorry.
These guys. We're such
I mean, I
a
like
team.
it too. But...
I know it started in an odd place. So, but this guy is saying like all the right things. He loves America. They're like freaking yes.
There's none of this stuff that they've been doing the whole Olympics where they're asking a bunch of woke athletes to be like, oh, is it hard to represent America right now? And they're going like, yeah, a lot of mixed feelings about, competing under the American flag right now. Like we're friggin' communist China or the Nazis or something. It's crazy that they've been doing this with American athletes to start with, that the American athletes, unfortunately, I think a bunch of them believe that we're a budding fascist state because a bunch of people in the media and in the Democratic Party have told them that.
To their shame, yes.
So they think that they're like literally representing the Nazi Germany in the 30s at the Olympics or something.
Right.
Which is insane and stupid. Yeah. But to have this
Don't
team
get too
go out there,
far off of the celebration
right,
here.
and win this way and just be purely happy about it for America, representing the country and coming together, and it like being the anniversary on the day of the Miracle on Ice, which is the last time they won Olympic hockey, and then also like the women's hockey having beat Canada also, and then the other stuff, the Johnny Gaudreau stuff with his kids out there.
I'll play that right now. So Johnny Gaudreau was on the team. He got killed by a drunk driver in 2024. The USA hockey team, they kept showing his parents, his dad crying in the stands because they're skating around with his jersey. Yeah. Which, but at this point now, me and Alice are crying.
It's a lot of tears.
Total itch phase, where it was impossible to hold. I'm already into it. And then, that was enough that they were holding his jersey. And they're panning back to the parents, and you see the father, who looks wrecked inside anyway, to start to cry. And then
it was him and his brother that were killed by the driver. Yeah.
So, and then a couple of the players skate out to into the stands and bring Gaudreau's children, 2 little kids, like 2 and 3-year-olds, out on the ice to sit with them as they take the team photos. Holy, oh my God. This is like, neither of us are tough enough for this. This freaking destroyed us, and it was awesome.
Momentum built, and there is the Gaudreau jersey with reminder and respect. And as we look behind, Dylan Larkin and Zach Werenski have gone into the stands to go get Johnny's kids. They're going to come out now, and they're going to hold their dad's jersey and get a picture with the gold medal team.
And they've got these 2 little kids on the ice.
You talk about sports, and you talk about the togetherness of a team. If you've ever been a part of a team, you know what it means. And when we say lifetime bond, it means lifetime bond. Oh, and see that smile?
The babies are smiling.
Zach Werenski holding Johnny's daughter. Gives you a sense of what Jack Hughes told Catherine Tappan, the USA Hockey Brotherhood. As Matthew Tkachuk and Dylan Larkin will take those kids back to the Gaudreau family. And Johnny's wife there. Emotional as you would understand, Meredith. Waiting for the kids to come back to her. At USA Hockey Brother.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. I almost feel like I think I already said it. It felt like a endless beating of great emotions.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was freaking fantastic. Fantastic. Like I tweeted it out earlier. There were like 50 great American moments today before noon.
Yeah.
It was like one of the best days. It was the best effing day of emotional TV that I have ever seen. Ever. I can't imagine a day that was so... And I don't know these guys. I don't even know hockey. This is not our thing.
Yeah, and then they do the anthem, and they all sing along with the anthem, and it's like, I mean, it's just...
It just shows you how powerful it was.
Stuff, yeah.
That you can get captivated by this stuff when just going in cold. Here's the guys in the locker room. Yeah. So I think the question of whether or not they'll be at the White House has been answered.
Yeah, I don't know if the women's hockey team is going to be at the White House, but they will be at the White House, I'm sure.
Yes.
I think that kid's from Florida, too, the one, Jack Hughes.
Yeah, it also tells you that every single piece, person in the White House communication shop right now should be working with the State of the Union writers, ripping up the script and ripping up the ad libs where Trump is going to tear into the Supreme Court and make it short and sweet about this hockey team. Make sure that they're all there. Make sure that the little kids are there and the widow is there. Make sure everybody's there.
Yeah.
I mean, holy frig. This is just an injection. And I know there are these pieces that have already been written, like, does it feel bad to cheer for this team? Like, F you, dude. This is right during the sesquicentennial year. This is 2026.
Right.
So keep this ball rolling all year.
Oh, yeah. Year. That's the only shot the GOP has in the midterms.
Yes.
Say that is to make this the year of, like, the Happy Birthday USA party. And, you know, that's the type of stuff that, honestly, that will bring the country together. The tariff thing might be, honestly, like a blessing in disguise because it lets Trump continue to, like, talk tough on tariffs.
Yeah.
You know, I understand they're going to continue to do a bunch of stuff with tariffs under different. I was listening to Scott Bessent on CNN about it. Like, they're going to do more stuff with tariffs, but, like, this gives them an easy off ramp from tariffs. And I mean, I waffle back and forth about, like, the AI thing and what AI is going to do to the economy because, I don't know, I was reading some, like, doomer take today. Somebody wrote a big Substack about how if, like, unemployment gets high enough, that could trigger a financial crisis in itself, even if, you know, even if, like, the AI is improving all this productivity and all this stuff that, you know, then you have, like, mortgage collapse and debt defaults and stuff that leads to financial issues, even if, you know, the AI is making stuff go really efficiently. I tend to be of the philosophy that stuff that is productive and is doing useful things ultimately makes the economy better too, even if there are blips. Like the Industrial Revolution, you could have made an argument like this is going to put so many people out of work. It's going to do this. It's going to do that. Of course it did.
Yeah, and a lot of people died.
The automobile did. A
lot of people died.
People out of work
In these factories and on these assembly lines as well. Mm-hmm. They were, you know.
Yeah, I mean, so I do think we're on the cusp of something very big economically. It remains to be seen how that goes. Like, we could have a bad financial adjustment period to it, for sure.
Yes.
For sure. However, I do think that this presents enormous opportunities. Do you have Mike Rowe? I sent us him being interviewed because he was talking about this. And in some ways, this is like kind of negative, but it also represents a huge opportunity because these AI data centers and stuff are going to need enormous amounts of infrastructure built. HVAC, electrical, like all of these moving parts. Do you actually have it? Do you have anything that I sent you in the last, like, 20 minutes while we got ready for the show? I sent, like, a bunch of things.
I see. I'm scrolling down here.
He's, like, the third to last thing that I sent you.
Okay.
I'm going to send it to you one more time in case.
No. Okay, I've got Newsom. I'm getting there, Alice. I'm getting there. There he is. I've got him. Okay.
We've been telling kids for 15 years to code. Learn to code, we said. Yeah, well, AI is coming for the coders. They're not coming for the welders. They're not coming for the plumbers.
That's a great point.
They're not coming for the steam fitters or the pipe fitters or the HVAC. They're not coming for the electricians. You know, that Ideas Festival I was telling you about in Aspen, I sat there and listened to Larry Fink say we need 500,000 electricians in the next couple of years. Not hyperbole. This is me being the alarmist again. There's not a week that goes by in my humble little foundation. It's called MicroWorks, shameless plug. We award work ethic scholarships every year, right, to kids who want to learn a skill that's in demand. These are trade school scholarships. Not a week goes by where I don't get a phone call from somebody like the Blue Forge Alliance, who oversees our maritime industrial base. That's 15,000 individual companies who are collectively charged with building and delivering 3 nuclear-powered subs to the Navy every year for 10 years, right? 2 Virginia, 1 Columbia class. Mind-bogglingly complicated. This guy calls and says, we're having a hell of a time finding tradespeople. Can you help? I said, I don't know, man. It's pretty skinny out there. How many do you need? He says 140,000. 140,000. Now, granted, over 7 years, but they need 80, 90,000 right now. These are our submarines, folks, right? Things go hypersonic, little sideways with China, Taiwan, whatever. Our aircraft carriers are no longer the point of the spear. They're vulnerable. Our submarines matter. And these guys have a pinch point because they can't find welders and electricians to get them built.
Amazing.
Where are they? They said. We've looked everywhere. Do you know? I said, yeah, I know where they are. They're in the 8th grade, man. They're in the 8th grade. And the same thing, the automotive industry needs 80,000 collision repair and technicians. Energy, I don't even know what the number is. I hear 300, I hear 500,000 everywhere. So, not to filibuster, but that's the underlying thing that I just really hope people take from this conference. There is a clear and present freakout going on right now. I've heard from 6 governors in the last 6 months. I've heard from the heads of major companies in the country. It's like a memo has gone out. And people are realizing, you know something? We need to tend to this, both on the PR side and on the demographic. I don't know what to do about the retiring demography. I don't know what to do about 7 million able-bodied men choosing not to work. But I do know that the message to the young men and women in this state that a bright future awaits if they would but learn a skill that's in demand, that's going to resonate politically, that's going to resonate practically, it's going to move the needle.
It's funny because we were just talking to our son, our oldest son, who's 12. Is he 12?
Yes.
About
He's
what
about to be 13
want to
in fact,
do
in like
and
2 months.
we talked about whether or not he'd want to. Alice doesn't like where he is. He's in public school, but whether he'd go to maybe Fauntleroy Academy like his sister, which he doesn't seem to be too keen on. He doesn't seem to be too keen on high school at all, but his interest was piqued by trade school.
Well, yeah, and of course, I think there's a lot of kids whose interest might be piqued by trade school, but the trade school that's local here is capped, and there's a lottery to get in.
Jeez, I didn't know that.
There's first of all qualifying for it, so they're only taking you if your grades are good and stuff. There's an application process, and then there's more qualified applicants than can get in, and because it's a public school, there needs to be like equal access to it. So there's lottery to get into it. Yeah.
Oh, it is
you
a public
can't
school?
just trades
Whittier?
the Voc. Yeah.
Oh,
Vocs are public schools. So
who knew?
yeah, there's an elected.
What's the other one? Isn't that
School
2
board.
here?
There's people do the Essex Agricultural. That's where our neighbor teaches. That's in Danvers.
There's another one in Haverhill though. There's 2 schools in Haverhill.
There might be a charter school or something. But there's Whittier is the trade school that's local. So you can only go to a trade school that's outside of your like region if they offer a program that your region doesn't offer. So that would be for us the Essex Aggie because they have like farming there.
Oh yeah.
So if that's what you want to do. But there's a massive need, and it's only going to get worse, of like people who actually know how to build things.
Yeah.
And that it's a huge, huge issue. It's a huge issue in a negative way, but that also represents a tremendous opportunity. Tremendous for economic growth. Because there's so much room for people to get into those fields. And yes, it might not be the same type of workers that are being laid off right now. Like Amazon laid off 10% of their corporate workforce in the last year. Like a bunch of these places are way cutting back. And Trish in the chat says her friend's son goes to Essex Aggie. Our neighbor teaches there. They're great. Mark says Northeast Metro Tech in Wakefield is very competitive and they turn away hundreds every year. Yeah, it's hard to get into these places. There's not enough spots for kids that want to learn these things to train them. And the politics of it, they're very, very unpopular in local politics. I don't know if you realize this, because the way that they work is the state dollars, the state funding dollars that come to your school are tied to the number of students that you have. And so if those students leave to go to like Essex Tech or to Whittier or to a charter school, the state dollars follow that student. And so this was like what was at issue when Charlie Baker endorsed raising the charter school cap a few years ago. I mean, probably 10 years ago, not quite 10, but quite a few years ago now. Charlie Baker wanted to raise that charter school cap and get more kids into charter schools, but maybe it was 10 years ago. It seems about right. And it was considered so unpopular because everybody talked about it like it was taking away money from the public schools. Oh, they're taking money from it. Of course, they're taking money for kids that you guys aren't educating. So the kid isn't there anymore.
Right.
So it's... The point is that the dollars follow the student, but that's what they had a problem with. So those tech schools are very unpopular. They just shot down
in towns like this, didn't they?
In towns like this, we just shot down. All the towns around here just voted down. Whittier wanted to build a new high school. All the towns around here voted it down because they're relying on taxpayer dollars from
all the good
these
progressives
towns
who want to have more overrides,
like a building project. Yeah, they want more overrides for them, not for the kids that want to become welders and stuff like that.
Kids who are going to learn things to do.
Yeah, no, they want overrides so that their kids can learn DEI in a pretty new building, and so that that our teachers who have zero useful skills on planet Earth to teach their kids can get paid more. But
with the exception of one teacher who we love.
Oh, right, who's but she's retired now though.
Yes, you know who you are.
Yes, she's retired now. But these young teachers that are coming up with education degrees like Jill Biden's that know nothing, their pedagogy
She's a very good doctor.
Idiotic. They've learned so much that's not so. The schools are absolutely a disaster. There was just a huge article that came out about the disaster that it's been going to these like one-to-one screen programs in schools, iPad programs for younger kids and laptop. We have a one-to-one Chromebook policy in our schools here. All the kids are issued a Chromebook by default. You can't do the schoolwork without having the Chromebook. Everything's online. Everything's in the Google Classroom. It's all part of that. The good progressives that friggin' hate all the big tech companies and the AI were perfectly happy to hand all of your children's education over to Google Classrooms and Chromebooks and all of that. And of course...
That's a great point.
Of course... all of that stuff is enormously expensive. Software licenses, this and that. Like a book. If you buy your kids a set of textbooks to teach them stuff, that set of textbooks is good for like 10 years. And I know that the friggin' lefties at school board meetings always complain. They're like, our math books are 10 years old.
Yeah.
Like, the math hasn't changed in 10 years. Middle school math has not advanced. In fact, it's gone backwards. If anything, your middle school
the older the
math,
books, the better.
Yeah, your middle school math books from 10 years ago are better books than the ones now. But now it's all software. So our daughter had to go out of her way to request a hard copy math book because she hated learning it on the Chromebook so much in the public schools. She hated doing the math that way because it was impossible. It's impossible to learn math on a freaking Chromebook. Are you kidding me? You're trying to do Algebra 1 on a Chromebook and it's like rejecting your answer if you have a typo in the, like, you have, an extra comma in your set of parentheses or whatever. It's horrible. It's awful trying to learn math that way. And so she had to request a physical textbook. But not only that, it costs way more because you're paying for a software license for every kid to get to have the software. You know how we pay for Photoshop each month?
Yes.
So the school has a deal, obviously, but they're paying for all the software licenses for all the math software and the English software and the Google Classroom software and the this and that stuff. And all of that is ongoing, constant expenses. Don't forget then on top of that, the IT expenses of employing people within the district to deal with all the tech problems people have, because these teachers that are having to like run these programs are obviously completely tech incompetent and can barely open an email. The whole system is a disaster. Kids are only getting dumber. It's been terrible for kids' education, and it costs way more, enormously more, to run these programs this way. So it's so bad. It's so bad in the public schools right now. And like, I don't know a way to fix, like, I think AI is going to destroy public schools.
Good.
I mean, I think it's over. I think we are 10 years away from the public school system as we know it being gone. Because between what they've done to the schools through introducing all this technology, and I argued with people about this, but even back when we were Melrose and they wanted a one-to-one friggin' iPad program with the little kids. Every pediatrician's organization is telling you to limit screen time to half an hour or less per day. And like the school is putting all the kids on an individual iPad. That's insanity. That's nuts. Mm-hmm. And so that was already happening pre-COVID. And then COVID happened.
Well, you know that it's a nice, unified, centralized way to put all the globally endorsed social and emotional learning stuff into the hands of the kid so that they can teach the entire kid.
Of course. But
kiddo.
The problem is that a lot of these teachers suck so bad. And I'm not saying an AI tutor is better than every teacher, but it sure as heck is better than the median teacher in America.
Yeah.
It's better than probably, I would hazard a guess, 85% of public school teachers.
Probably will not try to take a kid on a gender journey. Probably.
Well, it depends who's programming them. But the thing about it is with that, there's competition. You know, there's Elon Musk can come out with an AI chatbot to tutor your kid that he's pretty against gender journeys, you know, like, but anybody can do it. Like, that's the thing right now is they just had the Claude Code competition. And in the Claude
Tell
Code,
people what Claude is.
Claude is an AI. It's the one people are primarily using.
Insonia's?
Anthropic.
Is that Anthropic's? Yeah.
Anthropic is the company.
Okay.
Yeah. So they just tweeted out 2 days ago, our latest Claude Code hackathon is officially a wrap. 500 builders spent a week exploring what they could do with Opus 4.6 and Claude Code.
Bless you. Good.
The winners of the Claude Code hackathon were a personal injury attorney, an interventional cardiologist, an electronic musician, infrastructure and road systems worker, and one software engineer.
So in other words, not programmers.
Yeah. This stuff has opened the door to letting anybody do anything, essentially.
It's so interesting. You know,
essentially.
It's so interesting. You know what it kind of is? It's some people, this allows people who have a knack for prompting to be better than the professionals in the field. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing. It reminds me not of the Trump Stephen Miller, but the other Stephen Miller on Red Steez.
Yeah.
He's got a knack for great tweets. He's not like great as a host or anything like that, but he's got a knack. I mean,
right.
He's just great at Twitter. And so that's what that's doing too. I think that's fascinating.
Well, and we're still at the very, very tip of the iceberg with this. So is this the New York Times that just ran this? I think it is, where they put out this graph of the adoption of how many people are using AI. And it's like the vast majority of people in the world haven't even started using like ChatGPT to talk to it. If you are paying an AI for an AI subscription, which like we pay for one, your brother pays for several, I think, a few of them. So 16% of people are using free AI. So the vast majority of people haven't even like opened the free Gemini or ChatGPT chat that like just anybody can use. 0.3% of people are paying a monthly fee for like a better version. And so then for like coding and automation and more stuff, it's less than that. So 0.3% of people are even like paying for a monthly model. But then you see that at the Claude Code Hackathon, you have people with zero coding experience who are able to jump in and like win a hackathon. You have people doing vibe coding where they're essentially like replicating huge software as a service apps within minutes of like spoken word prompts. Which, like, yes, there's more that has to happen there. They're not actually able to like replace those things yet because there's like security infrastructure and other stuff that has to be like checked and followed up on and different parts that have to happen there. But we're at 0.3% of people even using it more than is required for like free. So we are far from seeing the full results of what this is like when everybody starts using this.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Only even personally, and I'm new. Alice showed me AI stuff when I was starting at the Mainwire, and just to help me editing, to help me find spelling errors. It's like rudimentary stuff. And I've started since then expanded like what I do with it. We as a company use it because we get all this data and all this, Freedom of Information Act stuff that can be thousands of pages, and it crawls through this stuff, and it's amazing. It's yielded so much that and Steve Robinson's so good at it, just showing all the Medicaid fraud and all the numbers and following the money, that the government and the scammers aren't fast enough to get away, explain away. Which is why in Maine, and I'm assuming Minnesota, you've got elected people who aren't prepared to answer questions on this. They just don't know. Like people don't know. It's amazing. Can I, before we do the shout, can I read you something?
Sure.
This is an encapsulation of the celebration by Team USA today. It shows them all jumping and singing that song that we heard. That's that Keith. Was that whose song was that? The guy
Toby Keith.
Toby Keith, yeah. And it shows them jumping around singing that song. Adam Carolla tweets, "This is the opposite of the halftime show." Isn't that perfect?
Yeah.
All right, Alice, let's do the chat.
Yeah, Mark in the chat is asking if we talked about the assassination attempt yet. We have not.
Oh, we got to talk about that, and the fact that we're gonna be dead by snow. So.
Yeah, and I want to talk a little bit about Gavin Newsom and how he helped his mom commit suicide before it was legal.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. We'll jump over to that.
Hey, Billy from Manchester.
Hey,
nothing made me happier than making just the pure joy on Tom had with that Alex Preddy joke I made. I mean, goal accomplished. I may never have to call in again. I might be able to.
That's great. What was it again? Do you remember?
I do not remember.
I remember losing my mind. I think it was hilarious.
George Costanza, and I'm out. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad my audience enjoyed it, hopefully.
My audience.
And have a good weekend. 25 seconds.
Thank you, Billy. Yeah, that
was really... brings joy to the world.
Yeah, that was really good. But I forgot.
Nothing but a ray of sunshine, Billy.
All right.
So I'm driving around. I've got the windows open because I'm airing out my car.
Yep.
Because I went to get gasoline in the environmentally friendly plastic gas can that I have to use to put gas in my snowblower for Sunday night. A snowblower is a machine that removes snow from most surfaces, including walkways and driveways. Tom, I know you don't know what that is.
No, we have had little pretend snowblowers. We had two.
Like dinky Home Depot ones.
How did the second one die?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
I just explained it to you. But anyway, so I get 1.5 gallons of gas in a plastic thing made in China.
Cheswick, let me tell you, before you go any further,
Tom has been battling those gas cans.
I have lived this nightmare
decades
for
now.
16 years now. I've lived this nightmare, and it's resulted in me just having to pour gas all over my lawn and all over this effing thing.
Thank goodness you didn't have matches at the time when these happened, or you would have absolutely just chosen to go up in flames.
There would have been times I was so angry that I would have just lit it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It is supposed to be environmentally safe. It holds 2 gallons, 8 ounces of gasoline. And what does it do? I screw the lid on, I put the thing back in, you have to fold it back together like it's origami, and then it starts leaching out. Now, ideal gas law and everything, sure, it's warm in the car, it's cold outside. I get that. But this thing is supposed to not leak.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if I recall, the old metal can I had as a kid, that thing didn't leak.
No.
But some moron in Congress got paid.
Yeah.
And now, because of Adderall-fueled more idiots who listen to Al Gore, I have to drive around to get the gasoline smell out of my car. I will put on a razor wire glove and jam it into the anus of these people who have voted for this crap. I can't stand it.
I hear you, man. It's the worst. I thought Trump was getting rid of that. I thought that's what's going on. It's
I don't know. He gave us shower heads and light bulbs, I think.
Yeah. It's absolutely the worst. But you do have snowblower privilege. You know, my wife has to go out there.
I was out on the roof today trying to clear anything that's on the roof.
Yeah.
I mean, that...
In no mood, by the way, which is why I don't take pictures of you out on the roof anymore, because Alice has had it with the...
Alice goes out and does stuff on the roof bit has lost its charm for me. I am not amused. I almost got hit with we had a huge chunk of ice that was clinging to the side of the house, but it's since fallen off. It slid down and almost knocked me off the roof. It weighs hundreds of pounds.
It's a half a casket, essentially.
It's an ice sarcophagus. Yeah. That's what I was envisioning. It's like King Tut could be inside it.
Who were you thinking would be inside it, Alice?
And it nearly killed me today because our roof is slippery.
But let the record show who went and got the expensive salt for the ice.
That was me. For it
there
and
are
you
things
went and got it.
I do. Well, you didn't know that grade of salt. You had no idea.
Well, I did ask you for the type that was safe to use on roofs.
I got that, by the way, at Tom's Discount Store in Salisbury, which is a great place. And the owner actually offered to let me use his roof ice remover. Great people. Go, if you're in Salisbury, go to Tom's. Very unique store.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we do have to talk about the snow NATO-mageddon that's about to happen.
Hey, Billy from Manchester, battling a rainstorm here, but I had to get this in. Tom, when you went to those guitar stores, when you were rocking out, and they wouldn't let you play Stairway to Heaven, the sign said that. Did you go to Stan Mikita's Donuts after or before?
He's saying I ripped it off from You'll Laugh, You'll Cry, You'll Puke, Wayne's World.
I'm curious, because these stories are now running into, there's myth, there's fake.
Yeah.
Now now we're just coming up with our own stuff that we've seen on TV. An unbelievable life. The Gatsby's. He is a Gatsby. 31 seconds.
No. I think that Wayne's World took it from that. That's why it was funny, because it was so.
They stole it from you, in other words.
No, they stole it because it was a true thing. If you went into these places. It still well, I don't even know if it still happens. I don't even know what it happens with anymore.
Mark wanted to know if you got a Tom's 5-finger discount.
I did not. It actually cost $25. It was the expensive stuff. Tom's discount. I get it. Yeah. I did not. This. I wouldn't steal. I mean, I wouldn't steal from anybody, but certainly not them. This one says food show. You think it's for it or about it?
It's probably for the food show.
Okay, so I'm going to leave it alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Steve from Merrimack.
Hey, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Tom, we need an AI cleanup on aisle burn barrel, please.
Sure.
On Friday's episode, you're talking to Alice about kids in the 80s who wanted to learn guitar.
Yeah.
And they wanted to learn by playing Stairway to Heaven badly.
Sure.
Okay, I understood that part.
Yes.
Then you say, and I'm paraphrasing, obviously, you say, Alice, it's a lot like when the kids wanted to learn keyboards in the keyboard section. and they all wanted to learn. Are you familiar with? And Alice says no. And it took me like 16 listens to figure out that you were saying Axel F.
Yeah. Did I not enunciate?
You never enunciate. Steve, can I tell you something about Tom Shattuck and enunciating? Is that he's always been a like mutterer. He would just like spit out words and like.
How dare you?
It's gotten worse.
We should fight them in the hills. We should fight them on the streets.
Now what he does is he yells at everyone and makes fun of us for saying what. So he's mad because everyone says what to you all the time because you don't say anything clearly.
Yeah, I'll say to the kids, like, can you help me with groceries? What? Just listen.
Nobody understands.
Start recording before I speak. Have it in your mind.
Nobody can understand anything you say.
Understand it. Understand it. What? Listen the first time.
Maybe people say what to you a lot.
No, it's not my fault.
Because you do not speak clearly.
It's they're not really at bat. They're the batter taking the first pitch no matter what. No, don't take the first pitch. Start swinging so I don't have to repeat it. So I don't have to say, hey, do you mind making those croissants that you make because they're really good? What? I'm not repeating that. Oh.
Learn to talk.
No, you learn to listen. I have been communicating for a long time. I'm a paid professional, you know.
You gave no other details to Alice. You didn't say by Harold Faltermeyer from the Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack.
I didn't care.
No,
Steve.
it was Harold Faltermeyer.
I don't care, Steve, what it is, frankly. I did not ask him for clarification.
Are you sure
I was not curious.
Well, certainly Beverly Hills Cop. Yeah. I know that. Faltermeyer. I didn't know that. That's not true. I did not stroke out.
Oh my God. And then you said something that I've listened to 16 times again, and I still can't figure out what it is. I have a team of PhDs trying to figure it out. You said, and of course Alice doesn't know that because Alice doesn't know anything you're talking about. Okay? But for once, I didn't either.
It is, you expect everybody to be mind readers all the time. Fortunately, I've moved past this whole thing, Steve. I'm not interested in what he's trying to say. I don't ask him for more information. I don't care. He can mumble at me all day. And only when he gets mad at me because I'm not doing what he's asking me to do. That's when I say what, and he yells at me more.
What's that movie that I love watching with Gary Oldman? Is it Oldman? Is it the one with about Churchill?
The Darkest Hour.
You should thank them
Joe
on
Wright.
there. Huh?
The director's Joe Wright. I like that director.
Anyway, I love watching that, but a lot of times I feel like I'm Churchill in that, except without the power and accomplishments.
A fat man wandering around talking to himself. Yes.
I also don't start drinking in the morning, except for this morning. But the hockey game was on. That's not my fault. Those are the rules.
Hey, Billy from Manchester.
Billy.
You know, I sound like a broken record. I understand, but this Alice, you know, I keep saying she's a horrible person, but entitled is more. I mean, okay, bringing in her MacBook into a movie theater. Okay,
I don't use Mac.
Bringing in parking her car in a handicap spot while she runs in to get $20 from an ATM and gets basically in front of.
That was a handicap spot.
It was not a handicap spot.
There was a immobile and not handicapable person waiting. By the way,
It was not a handicap spot. I never parked in a handicap spot.
I found out later, subsequently expired.
I'm going to take a picture of the spot next time.
Okay, but to bring in a Starbucks into an IHOP, I mean, could you imagine the entitlement this Shattuck family has now because they have a little podcast and they got this and they got that and they got jobs now, but they walk in, you know, fatso leading the pack, and then you got the wife in the back just with, you know, hair down, maybe pulled back, who knows, but walking in with a nice little white Starbucks cup, like I'm Alice Shattuck. I'll do whatever I want. Oh, insufferable people. 51 cents.
I rarely lead the pack when I walk into these places. Rarely. I want everybody to do their thing, get settled, and fix the problems before I arrive upon the
You
scene.
also left us in there this time.
Yeah, but I was paralyzed. It took me down. The food was too good.
Hey, Billy from Manchester.
Hey, Billy.
I made a very rare mistake. I didn't mean that Alice walks in with a Starbucks with her hair down or up or whatever. I meant to say walking in with sunglasses on. Could you just imagine Tom leading the pack, this big fat wad?
You already said that once, and I wasn't prepared for it again.
I don't wear
And then she walks in just, purse on the shoulder and with, hair down.
She does. She has huge, famous person sunglasses and her Stanley Cup.
And these big Jackie O sunglasses walking in with a Starbucks
Correct.
and going IHOP. Oh, this infuriates me so much. I to the point I don't want to listen to this show anymore.
I know.
I can't
I don't
do it.
blame you.
That with the ramen, the high-end ramen, that you make sure we don't talk about it. Oh, my God. 36 seconds.
That was my only ramen I've ever had. That was yesterday at the Cambridge Side Galleria. That was really, really good. That's really good. Got one more, Billy. Do you think it's another version of that?
Sure.
Hey, Billy from Manchester.
Billy.
An unbelievable food podcast. Just there's so many nuggets out of this.
There you go.
Tom states he went to the Rockingham Mall to get ramen. Alice immediately has to put the kibosh on that and say, well, it was high-end ramen. Like, top ramen is for the peons that listen to us, Tom. We are not top ramen people. We are above top ramen.
That's what she was saying.
The entitlement continues. It's a fascinating. I mean, Tom gets this job at The Wire. All of a sudden, he's editing, Featherston, and now we can't have top ramen anymore. We got to go with sukiyaki. High-end people ramen from Rockingham Park Mall. I mean, unreal.
I mean, compared to cup noodles,
Well, what a look into this family.
No, that's what he
51
meant.
seconds.
When he's talking about top ramen, he meant that.
Yeah.
It was not Rockingham Park. It was not Rockingham Mall. It was indeed
the Galleria.
The Cambridge Side Galleria. Not that I'm trying to look down upon the Rockingham Mall. We go there too.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hi, Steve from Merrimack.
Hey, Steve.
I guess for all the callers and listeners, I guess we're going to have to keep the cultural references, either completely eliminate them or keep them to a minimum, because Tom does not know anything anymore. It's like you've forgotten shit. Jeremiah Johnson, Tom.
That was
you had to look up for 5 freaking minutes who Jeremiah Johnson was. Oh, you're looking at the picture of him, I guarantee you, because it's the first thing that pops up.
Yeah.
It's Bob Redford from one of the most famous movies from the 1970s. Well, I don't like gritty films. I don't watch those gritty films. It takes place outdoors. It's not in New York City. Holy shit. Tim, you wasted that message. Thank you.
Are you going to be able to do the Big Red show? Or have you been taken down too much?
I don't like gritty movies. Like Dog Day Afternoon, that kind of thing. Okay.
I mean, he's right, though. You don't have anything left.
Well, I don't have...
You don't have Rube Goldberg either. That one's impressive.
I had Rube Goldberg a week ago. If you asked me who Rube Goldberg was, I had an entire background on Rube Goldberg.
And nobody understands the things you say, and you yell at everybody.
Steve, by the way, he wrote in the description Ahmed Foley, which is an inside joke. I think that's because of Bronson Pinchot's character. You know Bronson Pinchot?
Nope.
Bronson Pinchot's character. Sorry, Bronson Pinchot. For everybody. Bronson Pinchot played a great character called Axel Foley Ahmed. He was a great one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You don't know it because you don't know things like that. Now, the other thing I was saying was Stairway to Heaven, XLF, and the other one was Smoke on the Water. That's the one. That's probably the first go-to that people start playing on guitar. All right, ready? I'm going with the music, Alice. Ready?
Okay. you are listening and watching on Patreon, just stay there because we're going to go do some extra Patreon show for the people over there. We've got to talk Storm. We've got to talk Gavin Newsom. We've got to talk the fact that Gavin Newsom can't find his birth certificate and so can't vote if Congress passes this law. And so much more. So join us for that, patreon.com/burnbarrel. Otherwise, there's always free places to listen at burnbarrelpodcast.com.
C'est la vie.